From the court to the classroom, from the block to the boardroom, this is the Michael Graham Show, where real talk meets real life. Join Michael Graham as he breaks down the big issues: youth development, community programs, housing, jobs, and the challenges that shape us all. Loud, funny, real. The voices of experience from athletes, educators, advocates, and everyday warriors are all right here. This is where community comes to talk. This is the Michael Graham Show.
Good evening, folks. Thank you for tuning in for another episode of the Michael Graham Show. As you see, I have my flag here behind me, a DC flag. As you all know, I'm running for at-large city council. Tonight, we here with two of my good friends, but also I want to introduce my co-host, my sidekick, and actually my the guy who has me thinking about a lot of stuff sometime, a very good friend of mine. He's the author of the book called The Other Side of the Hoop, The European Experience. His name is B. Kenza, my man. Talk to me, baby.
What's up, Michael? How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Bobby. I'm doing great, man. Been a tough week, but other than that, I made another week. So
I see you got that great District Washington D.C. sign behind you, and I want to go out to all people. Make sure you sign the petition for Michael Graham, who's running for at-large position in Washington D.C. Council. My man, $100,000, Michael Graham.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. So how your week been, man?
Look, if it was any better, I'll be in heaven. I ain't lying. But don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to die yet to get there.
Right,
you know?
right.
Everybody want to go to heaven, but nobody want to die to get there. But it's been actually really good, man. I mean, I'm so blessed, man. Mike, so many good things are happening, man. My book has been published now, and I'm not published. 5 international publications, 10 million readers. They did an article about me playing international basketball and my, being a certified financial education instructor, and it's in 10 million across the world. Matter of fact,
okay.
So I'm zooming off of that.
Hey, man, that's exciting.
Mike, man.
When I get mine done, man, I tell you.
Yeah. Well, all I know is today I'm kind of excited, man, because I know about these two guys, man. I mean,
okay. Well, tell us about them.
The family is astonishing, but
yep.
They played at the great University of Maryland Terrapins. Fight for your right to party. No, and then
well, how about the high school now? I mean, I knew them ever since high school. They was batting balls everywhere. You look up, you see one hitting the other. I'm like, damn, they playing tennis. They playing tennis with them.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's how rough they were.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all those that want to be ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Derrick and Cedric Lewis.
There they go.
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, guys, man? Hey, what an introduction, fellas. That's funny, Mike. Hey, you talk about batting balls, man. I remember it because I'm a little bit younger than you guys. So I remember watching Derrick and spin guard when Carroll played spin guard. That spin guard, man, that was my first time seeing you.
Uh-huh.
And you Derrick, man, it was Kevin Lee. I hate to call my man out, man, but you caught the guy in the middle of the paint and dunked on him backwards on a vert.
Oh, man. Wow. I was 160 pounds. When Mike was spin on. I was 6'7", I was 160.
Hey Derrick, where are you, man? It's so dark. What are you, incognito?
Yeah. You guys caught me in a bad night. I'm headed to practice. I'm coaching in the USBL with the Virginia Valley Vipers.
Oh wow!
And we had practice tonight.
Awesome.
What's
So
it's the USBL?
Yeah, USBL.
This another league? Man, they got so many leagues
Yeah,
now.
there's a lot of leagues, man. It's a whole bunch of leagues.
And I thought that team was in the ABA.
Yeah, ABA. This league runs from first game is next week, so March, and it runs through end of June, early July.
Okay.
And territorially, where is it territorially, geographically? What is it?
So they're our conference, we play on the East Coast, but their teams all the way out to San Diego. There's some teams out west. So we won't go out there. We only go out west if we go to championship. So they don't have deep pockets like the NBA does.
How many?
But we'll play teams up in New York, Connecticut, down to I think Raleigh has a team in it this year. There's a team in Baltimore and there's one in PG County too.
Oh, wow.
What's the name of it in PG County?
PG County is the Capital Seahawks. They lost the championship last year. Capital Seahawks.
Wow.
And there's a new team in Baltimore also.
Great.
Wow.
But I'm on the team in Virginia.
I'm glad everybody getting away from that ABA stuff because that stuff is so fake, man. You can't have 200 teams in a league. I mean, I just don't see how you do it.
Yeah, it's tough.
Let's go back a little bit, man. Let's go back a little bit, Mike, with the Lewis brothers, man.
Okay.
So what neighborhood did y'all grow up in?
Temple Hills, man. We were supposed to go to Potomac High School.
Okay.
And now the players that came out there, when I think of the marquee players, Lawrence Thunderbird.
I would have played Frank Ross.
Yeah, Frank Ross.
American U, Frank Ross?
Yeah.
Same one.
Frank's
a year older than me.
Frank? You talking about with the American U? I'm Frank Ross.
Yeah, that's Frank Ross.
Oh, okay.
That's Frank Ross, man. And Darryl Robinson, they had a whole bunch of guys on that team.
Yeah. Brent Milstead.
Yeah, Brent Milstead.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's kind of my fault. It's kind of my fault we didn't go to Potomac because I was cutting up and acting a fool in junior high school. they made me go private all boys school, man. It was my fault. I acted a fool.
And you went to
with the Archbishop Carroll.
Oh, right, Carroll. That's right. Yeah, all boys school. Yeah, y'all taking showers together. No Diddy.
No Diddy. We go co-ed every year. They waited for me to graduate to go co-ed.
I didn't know it was all boys school until the third day of school.
What?
I just thought it was another. I didn't know anything about Carroll.
Right.
I got there, I was like, man, there's a lot of guys walking around.
So tell us about Temple Hills. Growing up, where were the courts in Temple Hill? Where was the ball at?
Had to go to Shugart Junior High School.
Okay.
What was that?
And that was all the time, every day.
Wow.
We grew up the same area. Rodney Rice, Grayson Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grayson.
We lived next door to Grayson.
Oh, okay.
Grayson went to Clemson. Of course, Rodney Rice.
Yeah.
Went out to Richmond and had a good career, and his son is playing in college now. But those are the guys that we grew up playing with. Also run into guys from other schools, like Friendly High School, John Smith, Mike Grigsby will be out there playing. So it just depends on the day.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. So then you come up to college, right? And you wait a minute, Derrick, you're older, right?
He's older.
Yeah. 3 years. 3 years older.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so wait a minute, were you doing something in the fight club?
Not me.
Well, just say Silverback Fight Club. Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong, Derrick Lewis.
You talking about but being younger, man, I used to go, like you said, we had All-Americans in that community, man. And right there within a 2-mile radius, and then not even mention the guys that didn't make it out of the neighborhood to play. They were all athletes, man. And I was a younger kid, watching, 3-year difference, hanging around them. So that's how I kind of got a mean streak. My sport used to be football until it got cold. So I'm like, I need to find a spot that had a controlled environment. So, but for the most part of it, man, football was my sport growing up because I couldn't get a shot off because Derrick was always blocking my shot. I get mad. Only way I could get back was to hit him. So I enjoy playing football, man.
So what position did you play?
Man, a tight end. Back then, as a kid, they put you tight end. I played linebacker. I played on the line. So they moved me around everywhere. But I enjoy playing on defense. Yeah, you know what I mean? Right?
They did that to me at Spain. I played one game. I played one game because they really couldn't find a helmet to fit my head. So the game I played was against Eastern. They played me at punter and wide receiver. So they call themselves throwing me an oop in the end zone. A little guy about 3'9" hit me so hard I quit on the field. I took off the helmet. I told him I quit.
Man, yeah, football's different, man.
but Mike, I think we all played every sport when we were younger because I played football. I wanted to be Lynn Swann. I was playing wide receiver. I wore Lynn Swann's number, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to play football too. But when basketball season came, you played basketball, and then you played baseball. But that's how athletes used to be. Now everybody concentrates on one sport. You don't find many that play the 3 different sports anymore.
Yeah, back in the day, you played what season of sport it was.
What got you all started in playing this sport and playing basketball?
Father, man. I think one of the things too, Mike, and I look at kids, but I think looking back at it, our father started, at least my father coached Derrick. How old were you, Derrick?
About 8 or 9. 8 or 9. He let me play. That's when he's coaching a 17-year-old team.
Yeah.
He let me hang out with the older guys.
Yeah. And so, so being around it all the time, man, this was Silver Hill Boys and Girls Club where he used to coach. And they coached. My mother was coaching the softball team. My father coached volleyball. They coaching kids that weren't even theirs. So, you know what I mean? So they would bring us around. So we were always around the sport, around something. And I think it was one of their ways to, looking back at it, was one of the ways to keep us out of trouble. We didn't have time to get in any type of trouble because we had activities going on.
We had the baseball battle.
You have any sisters and brothers?
Just us two, man. Father used to go in the backyard play quarterback. So, and we had to try to kill each other, man. So that's how we kind of cut our teeth on it. And but yeah, no, it's just us two.
Okay.
So tell me this, Cedric. You did a nice little stint in the CBA, right?
Yeah.
What was your favorite place? Because I see you in Grand Rapids, Albany, Mount Pelier, and the Bullets.
Yeah. So, of course, the Bullets. If I could have gotten some more time there, that'd have been good, perfect. Because I was right here at home, and that was the team I grew up watching. So it would have been perfect to be here. But what happened was that I was playing overseas in Germany, and had a great year, man. On Germany, when you play overseas, they allow you 2 Americans or 2 foreigners on the team. So my other American was Keith Gatlin. So I had one of the best.
Maryland boy,
man. So being able to run the wing. I mean, I'm getting out on the break with Keith because I know that ball is coming up. It's going to be an oop. It's going to be something. I'm going to get the ball. So I had one of the best years that I had over in Europe with Keith as my point guard. And
Where in Germany?
A place called, a little small town called Hagen. It's right outside of Dusseldorf, not probably about a half. I don't know which direction, but it's about 20 minutes away from Dusseldorf.
How did you like Germany?
But Germany was nice. One thing that going over there as a young kid, or like young, my thought going over there, I was scared because I'm thinking, the wall had just come down, the Berlin Wall. So I'm thinking Nazis and all this stuff.
Right,
but man, the people over in Germany were cool. They spoke English. Didn't even, I'm talking to people that are German, and they're speaking English to me. I didn't even realize that they were German. So it was, it almost felt like I was home.
I played in London and in Scotland, and we played in Bamberg, Germany.
Yeah, Bamberg.
Yeah, we played in Bamberg. That was it. So Derrick, man, what did you do after school?
After Maryland?
Yes.
Yeah, so I went to I was drafted by the Bulls in Chicago, and I get to Chicago, I played center and power forward in Maryland. I get to Chicago, they hand me the playbook for the two guard. Phil Jackson was the assistant. He handed me the playbook for the two guard, and he kind of turned and walked off. I said, "Hey, coach, I don't play the two. I play the four. I don't play the two." He said, "Well, here you're going to be a two." And he turned around and walked off again.
Wow.
I said, "Hey, man, I play the same position as Horace Grant. I'm a four." He said, "You want to play here, you're going to play the two." Man, that was the beginning of the end, because every practice I had to guard Michael Jordan.
Oh.
And that wasn't no fun at all. Everything he did on TV, he did in practice.
Wow.
So,
Did you find Phil weird at times? Because I played for him at Albany when he was the head coach in the CBA.
Oh, okay.
And we
Yeah,
did. He wanted us to do yoga and all this type stuff.
Yeah.
It was weird, man.
Well, I think Phil, because Phil wasn't the head coach. He wasn't the head coach. Doug Collins was the head coach.
Yeah.
So Phil, he wasn't implementing any of that stuff yet.
Okay.
But he was a different type of guy. I could tell he's a different type of guy. But because Doug Collins was the head coach, we weren't doing any of that yoga and reading books and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Hey, Mike, do you see the live and the time ticker over my face?
Yep. Which way I move?
That's on you. You need to take that off.
Okay.
So, hey, Derrick, I'm sorry. I wanted to go back to Maryland. Who was coaching you when you were at Maryland?
So I played 2 years, my first 2 years for Lefty.
Oh.
And then I played 2 years for Bob Wade.
Oh, so you were in that era. Okay, right. I keep
forgetting.
Yeah,
I was there with Lenny for 2 years, Adrian Branch for a year. Keith Gallen was there for 3. So I was there during that time.
Adrian Branch is one of the most underrated players.
Man,
come out of DC.
Yeah, that guy could score, man.
Yeah.
He was left-handed too, wasn't he?
Yeah, left-handed. That guy could score.
Yeah.
Always a joker.
How was it playing for Lefty?
But Lefty was cool. I think for me, I figured out if you played hard, Lefty would love you.
Yeah.
We had guys who were probably not playing up to their full ability, and it was hard on them, man. Again, when I got to Maryland, I was 175, 6'8", 175, and the position I wanted to play, I came as a small forward, but Lenny was playing one wing and Adrian Branch was the other wing, so I wasn't going to play. Only reason I got the floor is I was blocking shots, so he played me at the center at 175 pounds.
Wow.
So I'm just glad we didn't play against Big Mike. I'm glad we didn't play against y'all, because I'd have been in trouble.
And you know what, though? I'm going to tell you something. You had a hell of a career because you would block some shots, man. Yeah. Your little skinny ass would block some shots. I mean, you didn't fear nobody.
I was trying to stay on the floor.
Yeah. I mean, you were a big part of that. You were a big part of that, man.
Because that first year wasn't no shot. Adrian was on one wing and Lenny's on the other wing. And before every game, they went to keep guys and say, "Hey, make sure you get me the ball." Yeah. And then Adrian come behind Lenny, "Make sure you get me the ball." So wasn't no shots left.
Yeah, it
But as long
was.
as I play defense, I know I'll be on the floor.
Right. But them two shooting guys, man, good gracious.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Wow. So Cedric, you played under who in Maryland?
So I was 2 years with Bob Wade and the first 2 years of Gary Williams.
Oh, okay.
The Gary Wade.
Yeah.
How was Gary Wade? Well, let me start with Bob. How was Bob Wade?
You know what, man? Bob was he was a tough coach. He was tough. You got to be in shape to play for him because the bricks are coming. You're going to have to run the bricks in practice. You got to, hold them up, slide
So
across.
he did it with y'all too?
Right.
Mike,
You
tell me those stories.
Mike, man, I walked in. I walked into practice the first day. But Bob Wade's cool. He came to the living room and said, we really want to have you, bro. Nice, man, great guy, man. But when I walked out there that first day and saw them bricks sitting on something like that, yo, what's that, man? and it literally bricks taped up with the tape that you use to wrap your ankles with.
Yeah, taped up bricks.
Man, you pick those up for the first 15, 20 minutes. You run with them bricks over your head. Man, that's just the warm up. That's just the warm up, man. So he was a tough coach, man. He cared for his players. You know what I mean? So and that's what I can say about him. He really cared for the guys that played for him.
Well, for people who may not know, and for those who do know, Bob Wade came on the back of the Lenny situation. So was it? Did he get a bad deal? Was this bad timing, wrong place at the wrong time, or did he legitimately lose his job?
Well, Derrick, you were there right after the aftermath when he came on, man. I know for me, the reason that they used for him to leave wasn't a great reason. He made arrangements for somebody to go to class off campus.
Right.
This class wasn't offered at Maryland. It was offered at Prince George's Community College. And so he gave that guy a ride to class. And that was their way of saying, hey, that's the NCAA violation, gotta go. You know what I mean? So that's how that transpired.
I didn't know that's how he got. That's some bogus stuff right there.
Yeah,
So
me either.
they had it in for him. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
I think with Brian Williams' transfer, that didn't help the situation. Brian Bicedele ended up transferring, and that kind of hurt us because they kind of pointed the finger at Coach Wade on that one.
Right.
But he wind up going to Arizona and having a hell of a season, man.
Hey, man. Hey, Mike, man, I'm a defensive guy. It took me about a month and a half to figure out he was left-handed. Man, he would use both hands, man. He shot more with his right hand, but he sneaked that left hand on you. He was dominant left hand, but he shot both hands, and you couldn't. He was hard to figure out on offense, man. To guard him.
But that was an interesting ending story for his life.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, very strange with his brother and all that, and him disappearing. I don't think they ever proved that his brother really did it.
Yeah, I know that story. When I saw that on TNT, that was a sad story. And
he gave up. I think they were offering him a contract. I think back then, which was considered a lot. If I remember, it was about $30 million, and he turned it down and walked away.
Yeah, he walked away from it.
Yeah,
he did.
And he was right at the peak.
You know why?
Really
because the thing about this money, man, money changes family, people, and everything. I know firsthand, and it's like it's crazy, man. You can't trust nobody, man, and that's a shame. Man, that's really,
that's definitely sad, man. Too, and then like you said, it changes. People think money changes the person that has the money, but like you said, Mike, it changes people around you.
Right.
It changes everybody around you, and then the expectations kind of go up for what you should be doing for them. And,
so how much money do y'all think y'all would have made if y'all were playing now in NIL?
NIL, yeah.
Oh,
how much money you think you would have made?
Yeah, man,
they want some back pay on that, man.
Yeah, I'm looking for that one too.
The funny thing about it is that I don't know how effective I would be now, because the game, the way they play the game now, I probably would admit, and Mike, you know, the way we play, we probably foul out the first 2 minutes. We play too physical for them, man. So we have fouled out the first 2 minutes of the game. And then too, that I don't think, you know, Derrick and I, we both hold the shot block. I got the single season record. Derrick got the career record at Maryland. I don't think anybody's going to break that record, because everybody's shooting threes. It's hard to block a three. They don't do that no more. It's hard to block a three, man. So,
what is that record? What is that record?
For career blocks, block shot?
Yeah.
I think it was 339.
Damn.
Over 4 years.
That's a lot of block shots, dude.
That is. That's a lot of blocks.
It was loaded. 2 seasons loaded. Yeah.
The single season, I got 143.
Let me ask y'all this. I saw did y'all go to that event they gave for the basketball team?
Yeah,
we sure did.
Like that?
Huh?
I said, I wish Georgetown would do something like that. I seen you all, Villanova. I'm like, Georgetown don't do nothing for us, man.
You know what, Mike, man? It was one of the things that I think one of the younger guys, probably, I think he graduated like 2005, something like that, started to kind of put the thing together. It's like, you're right, man. Georgetown has a serious history, man. You Pat, Reggie Wynn, all you guys, man.
It goes back to players that from St. Anthony's, like Merlin Wilson and Jonathan Smith.
Yeah.
And then, I was talking to the coach about that. Like if you look on Carolina's bench, they got players that played at University of Carolina on the bench. Now we'll get into coaching, how benches look now. But the alumni is important, man. So especially when it comes to recruiting, and you mentioned Neil. I know if my daughter just, my kids just finished up school, they can offer her a bunch of money, but I want to know what they're going to do for her after she leaves. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about.
And I think that's what coaches are missing out on today, is selling that idea over Neil. Like, hey, look, we can give you some money now, but look, this is what we're going to do for you when you leave this university. This is your connection. And so I think that's what Maryland's starting to try to do, is lean on, like look at the alumni and bring us all back together so you can see the tradition. But, right now, it hasn't, like he's right. You're right, Mike. This is our first time doing it. We brought some players back, but they did it on a bigger scale this year where they made a whole weekend out of it. We saw
part of the reason is they're hiring coaches. The coaches that they're hiring, these schools are hiring, they didn't come up in the program. You look at a team like North Carolina and Duke, they're hiring guys that played in their program, became coaches, and then they become coaches and they bring those alumni back. Georgetown Maryland definitely hasn't done that. And that's part of the problem. Now, this coach at Maryland, he did reach out to us when he first got the job. He reached out to the alumni.
Yeah.
But after Gary Wayne went to Maryland, so that was the thing. But we don't hire coaches that were within the program. And that's a big part of it.
This is what I found out too, fellas. Especially black players, right? And I don't understand what the block is, but whether we not taught it is the reason. I think that's part of the reason. But I see the white guys that I play with at Penn State. I went to Penn State in Texas A&I, and they go back. And I don't know if they telling them to come back, but I just know I had no inclination to go back. But I look how they use the alumni associations.
Yeah.
And no one told me. I didn't even know anything about the alumni association. I saw their name in the school newspaper and stuff like that. But I would like, for more of our young people in college today, especially these ones who are not going further in a career in basketball, to really reach back and connect with those alumni associations, because that's where the relationships and those jobs happen. But we, as Black people guys, I never was taught about the power of alumni association. And then being from DC, because when I, going from DC to Penn State and then to Texas, I still had a DC mentality, because remember, I came up out of the 70s. I graduated in 1975.
Okay.
And I never really had any white friends. And it wasn't that I was trying not to have them. It's just that I wasn't used, and I was
right.
Well, let me ask you this, Bobby. So y'all didn't have white folks up at Wilson? You graduated from Wilson.
No, Wilson was, when I graduated, Wilson was 90% Black.
Yeah, not at the time, Mike. Northwest ain't what it was back then, man.
Yeah, Mike. And so I never experienced white people. I didn't have white friends at Wilson. Okay. I didn't have white friends unless I played with them at Penn State, but I didn't hang out with them. Went to Texas A&I, the same thing, and I didn't really start. And it wasn't like that I was trying not to, but what happened culturally, they wasn't trying to be my friend either, but we were just going our own way. You know what I mean? But then I realized those relationships with those guys, because some of them guys are CEOs of major corporations and stuff, and they could have been helpful, man. But we're never taught to develop that relationship with the school, after you leave, Cedric. That's when you said that. We just not, and they seem like they don't reach out to us either. I gotta say that part too.
Yeah.
But I wish, we teach more young guys to develop that relationship with the alumni association, because I'm telling you, it is a hell of a tool.
It's huge, man. I mean, it's a lot of life lessons. I mean, even, like you said, building those relationships, whether it's with your teammates, but, the art with regular, I don't want to use the term regular students, but non-student athletes, I guess that's a better term.
Good.
It's good to build those connections too. I mean, Kevin Flake, he went to Maryland. He's normal dude. Now, you know what I mean? So he's everything almost in Maryland, all those buildings that they're on the new construction that they're doing over there. Kevin Flake had to do that. And, he started that. And I remember I never had a chance to meet him when he was in school, but a few guys that I know definitely know him. And he came out with you remember the jerseys we used to wear that soaked up all the water, and then by the time you start sweating, you're 20 pounds heavier. Well, Kevin came up with the light dry fit material back then, and he started trying it out, giving it to people, and the next thing you know, he started Under Armour. You know what I mean? So it's those guys that they see, that you can kind of pick up things from, as opposed to, we may not see it because we're so focused on sports. So I hung out with a lot of different people at Maryland when I was there.
That was good. Let me ask you a question for the young people before Mike jump in. Both of y'all, what, and either one to address this question, what was the key to shot blocking, man, for y'all to block so many shots?
Go ahead, Derek.
When I was growing up, again, I was always real skinny, but I wanted to be Lynn Swan, and I wanted to be Dr. J. If I played football, I wanted to be Lynn Swan. Basketball, I wanted to be Dr. J. Both those guys were athletic, and they jumped. The Lynn Swan was jumping over people to catch passes. We know what Dr. J did.
Right.
So I started wearing leg weights, 5-pound leg weights, when I was in the third grade. In the third grade.
Wow.
Anyway, I wore them to school. I wore them everywhere. I wore them to school. I wore them over the weekend, every day. And I think that helped me more than anything. Just wearing leg weights and playing in that. And then from there, again, after that, I found something that I could change the game with without having to score. I didn't really start, I scored at Carroll. I didn't start really scoring at Maryland until my junior year out of necessity. But defense always got me on the floor. Even when I was at Carroll, I started as a sophomore because I played defense. When we had Jeff Baxter and Cheese, Chester Wood, and Al Giss, Joe Howard. I wasn't gonna score a bunch of points in front of those guys, but defense got me on the floor. So that's what for me the shot blocking came into play. It got me on the floor to get some playing time.
And then for me being younger, man, I used to just kind of watch, having an older brother to set the example. I used to watch how he would block shot, his approach to it, how he would time it. I would watch him when he was running down the court, and I'm like, okay, he's about to get this guy, because you might see Derrick running down the court at the same time as the guy with the ball, but then you see Derrick pull up a little bit to make the guy think he has an open layup, but he's timing them, right from the start, so I'm like, okay, that's what he's doing. So I was just picking up different techniques from him on how to do that, and I was just fortunate to have somebody in front of me to learn that skill set from.
Good to have a big brother, huh?
Yep.
Look, so that means blocking shots is all about timing.
Yeah.
All about timing, right? Just like slam dunk, but blocking shots even more about timing. So the question is to both of y'all: can y'all dance? Can you do carriage pass? Can you at least do running man? At least do electric typewriter and shit.
It don't matter what you got as long as you can catch. Come on now.
Hey, I can hit it with some old stuff. I got a mean two-step too.
Yeah, can you hit him with the walk? Can you hit him with the running man? I can throw the go-go dance up in there. Okay, that's right. So I didn't think y'all were in the go-go since you went to Carroll.
When I got to Carroll, that's when I found out.
Stop.
Hey, one thing too, guys, though, is understanding where people release the ball.
Right.
Like I was talking to Adrian Branch a couple of weeks ago, and I told him, I said, I know when you shoot, if you get the ball above your head, I'm not gonna get it. Just the way he shot the ball. I got to get Adrian's shot. I was telling him, because he had this shot where he shot the ball back here.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got to get it before you get to the release point. So just understanding how people shoot and everything. So you just got to really know your personnel. You got to study your players. Oh man, come on, we got the count. Of course we can jump. Oh boy, that was survival technique. That was a survival technique in the luxury.
That's a DC survival technique, man.
Yeah, man, come on now.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Man.
But I was a shot blocker too. But how I used to catch people is when they running before you. They don't think you can catch it when they release it to go up on the basket. But let me ask you this. What was the best? Do you have a lot of us had the best dunk, the best shot. Do y'all have one of the best block shots or one of the best block shots and one of the best players?
Wow. What you got,
Mike? You block shots.
I would say it's not one in particular, but there was a style, a type that whenever you could block a shot and you snatch it out of the air and curl it and keep it,
yes,
that's the best one right there.
That's demoralizing.
That's the best one, yeah.
You know what?
I wouldn't like Mike.
You know what?
Mike would knock the strength with the ball.
No, but see, I had got a block like that because I was mad because I was ready to go home. We was in Seattle. I was ready to go home. I was already crying. Patrick went up for the dunk, conked it behind his head. Man, I snatched that jump from out the air, and he hit the foot. I walked over. Coach called practice.
Hey.
I believe it.
Practices, man. Oh man, hey, but I like catching them up, pinning them up against the glass.
Me too. Yeah.
And make it stick.
Yes.
and then bring it back down. But also try to keep it in balance. You know what I mean? So you try to keep the possession in the same play. It's fun. Like you said, Mike, when you get mad, I'm gonna just throw it in the front row. But for that possession, I try to keep the possession.
So we cannot talk about the best block shot unless we talk about what was your worst block shot moment. Did you ever flip over somebody? Did you ever they fake you and you all ended up all the way down?
You know what, man? At the end of my career, I took this dude out, man. It wasn't on purpose. I went up with a block on the break, and instead of jumping up, my knee buckled, and man, I took him right into the back post, man. It was man, we started a fight. It started a fight, man. I'm like, yo, it wasn't on purpose. I couldn't help it. But yeah, man, that was my worst one. And then of course, you're gonna get caught. Derrick set me up, had me coming in. You know, I'm like 4 years out of playing ball. Derrick said, hey man, why don't you come play in this league in Baltimore? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Man, this guy, I don't know who this kid was, man, but he caught me. I got caught. Man. He went up and he kept going up. He kept going up, man. He ducked it. I was like, come on, Derrick. It's messed up, man.
Yeah. You know what I like to Baltimore too.
What I like the most is when, like, you and Derrick, you appreciate this. The all-time Dr. J double the left side on
it's Michael Cooper.
And what I love the best is when a shot blocker pulls the cape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper should have stayed out of the way.
He pulled the cape. We call that pulling the cape. So what was the best player y'all ever played against? College or pros? Or neighborhood?
Michael Cooper should have stayed out of the way.
What you said there?
So Michael Cooper should have stayed out of the way that time.
Yeah. No, he said, who's the best player that you played against?
College or pros?
You know what, man?
Or neighborhood?
Yeah, I mean, we have some great players in the neighborhood too, man. But when I compare players, I think a player's shot that I can't get, that I could never get to. Mm-hmm. And the first person that comes to mind, the shot that I've never had a chance to block was Eldon Campbell.
Eldon Campbell, yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, the dude is 6'11", his arms were long, and then he had like a 44-inch vertical. You know what I mean? It was
jump and it was long.
He jumped, so he shot at the top. He shot at the top at the peak of his jump, man. So, you know, I remember looking, I'm like, man, I can't get that. I can't get it. And so that's when he's one of the better players I played against. Or when I say I couldn't do anything with him.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: when I was in France, I played against Georges Mirazan.
Big George.
And we played against him twice, and then again in the playoffs. And we still laugh about it today, man. What nothing I could do. I came up to his chest. What nothing I could do. 7'7".
Wow.
And giving up 40 pounds.
Wow.
Hey, I'm sorry. I got to tell you my George Morrison story. I was going to all the All-Star games in the early 90s, right? And George Morrison, he was a rookie, and he comes in. We're in Utah. He's got a duster coat, you know, Australian hat with the snake skin band around it, and this bad bombshell chick on his arm, and he's coming through the players' hotel, and he's pimping with her on his arm with his dusty coat on, and he had these lizard cowboy boots, and they were like, George. He's like, George. And the guy who I know, who was a security for NBA, he said, Bob, look at that big stupid mug. You see that girl he with? We've been following her all around the country. She's been with about 3-4 other guys. She's in our database. Wow. George getting ready to get played. But he said, we got him.
Wow.
Oh, man.
But the best player I played against was Ray Williams. You know, his brother from University of Minnesota.
Yeah.
We had the big thighs. And I played great D, and I'm 6'5". When he shot a jump shot, I was looking at his waist.
Yeah.
And he got up there so quick, like you said, he shot at the peak, And, I mean, that dude. And then I played against this white guy in London named Greg White, redhead. And like you said, it took me about at least almost a half to realize this mother was left-handed, because I can't with his right hand.
Yeah, man, there's some crafty guys out there now. Just looking at the game out of exchange, man, how are the guys back with you, Bob? I know Mike, man, and I look at today's game too, just the physicality of it. But and then I can't imagine, Mike, I'm telling you, if I was playing against you and you out there shooting threes, man, we're going to fight after the game, man.
You know, that's what I tell people, because, like, look, and another thing said, if we would have shot a three, we would have been sitting the whole game.
Man, we couldn't.
The rest of the game, you've been done.
Yeah, we would have been done.
It said the difference when I played I played football in the 80s. Early 80s or to mid 80s. I played for 5 years, and the difference, even from college to then, the difference I saw, and y'all tell me if this is true, I could have swore that we played until the final buzzer.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know who made that rule up.
Effort. And I don't feel they do that now, especially in the NBA. If it's a season game and they're down by. Like one game last year, who was it? It was like I don't know. It was like Golden State, right? They would beat somebody by 30. The next game, they lost by 40. What? It's like they give up
twice.
But what do y'all think?
I think I look back, and I don't know if you can really comment there, but I look back when just last week when the kid, I think that was UCLA. When the kid went down and he fouled the kid on the layup.
That was Friday night game.
And the rep and the coach threw his own player out of the game.
Oh, Connecticut, wasn't it?
Yeah, I saw that.
Was it UConn? So the coach threw his own player out of the game, and in the press conference he said the game was out of reach. We weren't going to win anyway. You should have just let him go. Like,
I saw that.
Crazy. It wasn't a bad foul. It wasn't a bad foul. I didn't think it was. He went for the ball. And the kid just unfortunately jumped up, wanted to fight, and you snatch your player off. But I guarantee he's in the transfer portal.
that comes from AAU basketball.
Yeah.
AAU basketball, you down, you quit. You can play another game. It's no big deal.
Right.
I think that's where it all started at. I think where it all started at.
So let me ask y'all this: do y'all think AAU is hurting the game?
Oh, it's killing them.
Huh?
It's killing because the coaches aren't. They're coaching. Those coaches are coaching to get to the college level. They want their team wins. They figure they get players in college, they get money, and maybe they'll get a college job.
Right.
That's what coaching AAU is about now. It's not about we played for Melvin's Crab House in the summer.
Yeah.
I was on the team with Mike.
Yeah.
It wasn't about that. Now it's about that coach trying to get to the college level, to be an assistant, and make some money off the player. It's totally different, man.
Yeah.
This is the other thing about AAU too, which there's a lot of AAU teams, right?
Yeah.
The reason why there's a lot of AAU teams, right? Because a father would try to get his son on one of the top AAU teams, right? And they don't get no run.
Yeah.
The father gets mad and goes starts his own AAU team.
Yeah.
That's how it is. And Mike, remember we had one AAU team. I remember we had two. Mr. Base team, Executive 3.
Yep.
And I know that there was one other one. And that was it. It was 80 people in there trying out. If you didn't make it, you didn't make it.
Yeah.
But now everybody can start an AAU team, man.
Somebody, Sean Teller, you're talking about the crabs at Melvin's.
Melvin's Crab House.
Hey, that's my man. That's the big fella that played at Dunbar.
Okay.
Big fella that played that dumb Don
This is the
Taylor.
thing about
Yeah,
playing
my
at
man.
Melvin's Crab House, right? That joint was so weird. They had one basket down one end, and they always had you had that jacked up basket at the second half. It was the basket was about 11 feet. The lights were right in your eyes when you shot a jump shot. And I'm like, how am I going to be the team when this mug is paying mugs and giving them a bushel of crabs, 3 dozen of spiced shrimp? How the hell am I going to be?
Yeah, Mel will take care of you.
Yeah.
I think Cecil Rucker was on that team with us.
Yeah,
really?
I remember Cecil. Yeah.
But you know, man, they're not teaching anything in the AAU right now. If you can run and jump, you're athletic, that's all that counts. You know,
It's about the coaches.
That's all that counts.
You know, the kids, I think they don't. We were more students of the game, and the coaches help us become students of the game. Even the AAU coaches, like Derrick said, they have an agenda now, as opposed to trying to help these kids learn. That's why you see, and I hate to say, I'm not going to slam the best because they say we old heads always talk bad about basketball now.
Right.
But that's why you see a lot of when people are in game situations, they don't handle certain situations well, like shot clock.
And it's not all of them.
No,
You got a lot of coaches out there that aren't teaching. There's a lot of coaches out there that are teaching the old way, but
Yeah, but I think it's more that don't than more that do.
yeah, it is.
Right.
But let me
Sure.
ask y'all this. Last year, the first 5 players in the NBA draft were foreigners. How do y'all feel? Do you compare?
Yeah.
Y'all played European players now. Versus
I'm not surprised, but I'm not surprised. Reason being, and Derrick can tell you this too. They when I played over there, we had they had the I don't want to say varsity team, but the professional team, and then they had what they call an SWAT team or a junior team.
youth team, yeah.
Right. They would practice with us, but they did drills. They just drill all day long, and then they'll bring them on. So they're learning the basic fundamentals of the game, and then they're also learning the situation, like game situations over there too. I had a coach asked me to bring a book, the basic principles of basketball book over there to us. Oh hell, what are we going to do with this? So, but he was actually teaching the fundamentals of the game and understanding how to cut lanes off. So they learn differently over there. You know what I mean? So they're learning the way that we learned coming up. Like I used to go to Morgan Woods basketball camp back in the day, the math basketball camp, and he taught us a lot of fundamentals of the game and how to guard your guy if you're 1 or 2, 3 passes away from the ball where he should be on the court. So it's just a lot of things that aren't being taught now that they learn over there. So I think that's one of the biggest difference with the European leagues now.
Every player is taught to play every position.
I was going to
When I first got over there, when I first got over there, I played against Dirk Nowitzki. 7 foot, he was real skinny. I'm just gonna beat him up. He's not gonna be post. I'm gonna beat him up. He didn't post up one time. He shot all jumpers, running off triple screens. He was a 7 foot, 18 years old.
Right.
They taught him that from a young age. So able to handle the ball and post up. They learn every position. They don't just put big guys inside and say post up. Mike. We got in trouble. We shot a jump shot outside that lane.
Right.
Yep.
All the big guys are shooting. All the big guys are shooting when I went over.
And like in combination with Derrick said, they would go in the classroom when they were younger with those youth teams and break the game down. And then the big men would learn the guard positions, the wing positions, and the little guys would know the post positions.
Yeah, every position.
And that's why I look at their players now. Like you said, Derrick, they're way more well-rounded as a player because we coach by position. We develop by, the forwards and centers go down this end, the guards and swing go down this end. And that's the big difference I see.
Right.
One of the differences too, though, big difference now too, is that everybody's working out with a trainer.
Right.
And it's not a game situation. I can go out right now and do a whole bunch of drills, but if you throw me in a game, I'm not going to be able to apply that stuff. So So that's another difference. I think a lot of our kids now, they work out, parents get them trainers, and they, once again,
That's
game
a good
situation.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep.
I saw somebody mention the Urban Coalition, man.
Yeah.
They need to bring that back.
Yeah, they really
like
do.
It, man. Nothing like it.
Yeah.
Did y'all play in the Urban Coalition?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jelliff League too. Jelliff League. Urban Coalition.
Yeah, I remember the Jelliff and everything. Who'd you play with in the Coalition?
Oh man, I don't remember. I just remember some of the guys that were in that league at the time.
Yeah.
We had NBA players coming back to play.
Yeah, I remember that.
See, it was full. It didn't shut down by the time I got there. I played down at Georgetown in the
Kenner League.
Kenner League.
Yeah, Kenner.
Mike,
that league.
Just Brooks.
But that was more for college too, though. So they didn't really have any mixed leagues. Yeah.
Well, I played in the Urban Coalition. At first, people don't know this. The first was played at Anacostia High School. Then it went to Roosevelt High School in D.C.
Oh yeah, Roosevelt.
And back then they had Fly Williams. Maryland team had Moses Malone. The boy died. Chris Patton. They had John Lucas, Mo Howard. Morgan State had Marvin Webster. Coppin State had Joe Pace. The Bullets was in it. We had Chuck Robinson and Nick Witherspoon, those players. On the team. It was some great, the Coalition, it was just some great games, man.
Yeah.
And then sweaty gym, no air conditioning.
Yeah. No.
So they said it was played over Gonzaga one year. What year was played over
Gonzaga? 1 year
Gonzaga?
played at Gonzaga, just 1 year.
Oh, okay.
And it also played 1 year, believe it or not, at Spin Gon.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn, I ain't know that.
Yep.
Now the score is going to be like 145 to 200. So that won't be the final score.
Look,
Right.
But
it was some good basketball, fun to watch.
Man, I saw Joe Pace. 6'10" Joe Pace. Oh, somebody just put it in. Joe Pace, Garcia Hopkins, yeah. Joe Pace got a jury curl. And a 6'10" mug with a big Frankenstein head with a jury curl. And he kept, this juice was getting on Muggs, right? And he would throw him the ball, and he would miss the ball. And the guy that stands under the basket by the door at Dunbar was Jonas. Oh, Joe, on a jerk curl, juice on your head. Joe Pace comes down and goes up for a dunk. Remember, Joe could get up for
Right.
He turns in the air and flings the guy, and the guy who's sitting midway through in the stands. And the stands parted like the Red Sea. The guy just sitting there. Chased him up the stands, down the side, and the door where you enter on the side, and out the door. And I think he chased him 2 blocks before he gave up.
Man.
I saw some crazy stuff in the Coalition, man. With nothing like
Joe Pace. He's the original Charles Oakley.
Yeah.
Joe Pace.
Yeah.
Or James McDaniel is taking choice. He wasn't playing around.
He'll slap you. Oh no, Joe was. Look, so Joe replaced me. My first year, I had an awesome year, but they released me for Joe Pace in England. Man, they put Joe out. Joe can't go back to England. He terrorized the Joe. He chased the referee down the street for, they said, about 3 blocks.
That's funny.
I'm like, I mean, this is out the game, not a referee that just showed up. He chased him from inside the game down the street. I'm like,
wow.
Nothing like the Coalition, man. I mean, I've seen some bad.
Yeah. There's some players that can do that.
David Reeves. I mean, local guys that were just phenomenal, man.
Really?
So who was the best players y'all ever played against? Is
the best player?
That you would say the best player you ever played against?
Michael Jordan practice for me. Practice with Michael Jordan.
I forgot, Derrick. That takes
no questions, no ifs, ands, or buts. He did everything he did. Everything he did on TV, he did in practice.
So you didn't just push him left?
You know what? at the time when I got there, he wasn't a real good jump shooter.
Uh-huh.
So if he missed his first jump shot, I was talking trash after that. He talked trash every day. He was talking trash. But if he made that first jump shot, he said, "Oh, all right, Mr. Merrill, you got to play now." But if he missed that first jump shot, it was my turn to talk trash.
Right.
And this is before he started running all that triangle stuff. They were just running isolation.
Hey, Derrick, was John Bach there, the assistant coach?
Yeah, Johnny Bach.
That's who I played under at Penn State.
Oh, okay. I know you played with him.
He was the head coach, and that's why I left Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all they did was play defense. The first week we didn't touch a basketball. We had drills diving on the floor, busting their head, getting cherries up their arms, scoop. How do you like as a coach?
I believe it. He was assigned to the guards when I was there.
Right.
So I didn't interact with him as much as I could have. I kept saying, "Man, I'm not a guard."
But I thought I thought Tex handled the offense, and I thought John Bach handled the defense.
They did do it that way.
Okay, right.
But for the guard play, we had some guys there. Charles Davis was there at the time. John Fox, we were trying to make a guard into. We had some guys there that were coming out. You know who else was there? Anthony Jones. Dunbar.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they did him wrong. He should have made that team for the year. They kept him. He made the initial roster. They let him go later. But Anthony Jones was great, man. He did well.
He never could get his footing, man, in college or in the pros.
Well, I think he went to the wrong university.
Yeah.
UNLV?
No, Georgetown. Didn't he go to Georgetown?
Yeah, he should have never went.
But we have some great players in this area, man. You talk about Dave Butler.
Forgot about Dave.
I see Dave every day.
Plays all night.
It's a bunch of guys out here that's played. Great area of basketball.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, so if you had to do it all over again, what would you do? Either one of y'all. I'm talking about your basketball career. Would you do it the same, or would you have done something different?
I would ask to be born now so I can get NIL money. And then y'all know we still got eligibility, right? You can go back and play.
Right.
You can go back and play.
I got a year eligibility.
Because you got guys that's playing professional.
I got 3.
Guys that play professional are going back.
Right, but
hey, Mike, let's go back. Mike, I go back. You go back.
Yeah, well, hey, if they make a wheelchair with some jets on
it. Hey, Mike, your boy John asked me, did I run across Lamont Lampkin? That's my guy, man. I played against Lamont, man. That's my guy. Did you know Lamont Lampkin? He was another DC ball playing boy. Lamont Lampkin. That's my guy, John. Yeah, no question. Look, by the way, I got to tell a story about Lamont. I'm in K&G, right? K&G got like size 17, 18, and Gators.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been to K&G.
States, right? So I come in that joint, and I hear this guy, like, I'm on the other aisle. I think And I'm like, that voice sounds familiar. I walk around, I peep, and it's Lamont. He's looking down at these size 18 purple Gators. Yeah, I think I can make these work with some. I said, man, you don't put them Batman shoes back. But that's my guy, man, Lamont. I played with Lamont, by the way. Yeah, but yeah. But doing things differently, man. I know I do things different. I think I would put I would do a lot more extra work. I didn't think I worked hard enough because I was so naturally talented. I think I could have.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think I could have put way more time in. Even though I thought, and y'all tell me this, as I get older, when I'm playing pro ball, I told young guys this. The hardest thing wasn't the games, because overseas, remember, the games were just 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Right, 40 minutes. It wasn't 48, it was 40, excuse me. And so it wasn't the game. It was the practices, because we were practicing like damn near every day. And it was just getting up mentally for the practices, man.
Right.
How y'all feel about it? I mean, the games was easy for me.
All that jogging and running in the
yeah. You know, and I played in Scotland, man, and we in practice, you can see your damn breath because it's so cold up in that mud.
Yeah.
You know, and the situations was like y'all know playing overseas. The situations, some of them gyms wasn't like playing in the best goddamn gyms.
Yeah, that's for sure, man.
We were playing on. Did y'all play on those multi-purpose gyms that had that like concrete?
Those green floors. The green floors, yeah.
That's why my knees are jacked up now, man. And remember, they would have about 4 or 5 lines because they were multi-purpose gyms. It would be a line for volleyball, a line for soccer. Like getting a triple threat on the sideline. You know how you take your foot back and then go. And then, you know, they take the ball out your hand because you didn't have to take it to a rep. I didn't know what the hell happened. The boss said you stepped on the line. I said, which line? No, it's the wrong color line.
All the lines out there.
Too many, way too many.
Great times, man. Great times. Hey,
and I'll tell you this: one thing I would change when I was in Chicago, our first preseason game, I was the second leading scorer of the game behind MJ. And after that, I started deferring. We had 10 games, and I started deferring. I never scored any more than 4 points a game after that.
Why?
And that was a big mistake. I should did what I did the first game and just played. But I started deferring to MJs, deferred to Pippen, whoever was out there, and I didn't do what I should have been doing. I regret it.
Right.
I regret it, man. Back up until I'm not here anymore. That I just shouldn't have been deferring like I was and do what I know how to do. I still got the box score.
Wow.
That first game.
Wow.
Yeah. Second leading score. I took the second most shots. I was jacking it up. I shot a good percentage. But I was jacking it up though.
That's right.
Hey,
that's what you gotta do, man. You know, you gotta play.
Hey, Mike, ask the show's standard question.
Oh, what's that? Okay. Looking at yourself today, what would you tell yourself back then coming up today? Did I say that right?
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, well, what would I tell my younger self?
There you go.
Control what I can control, man. It's so many things that you paralyze yourself with trying to change things and trying to make things right or and you have no control over it. You know what I mean? So I try to control what I can control, and that's me. You know, I can work harder. I can go out and put up some extra shots or whatever, you know, your craft is.
Right.
I can put a little bit more effort into trying to perfect that as opposed to trying to worry about the outcome all the time. You know, so I think my preparation would be able to help me control that outcome a little bit better as opposed to just, you know, it puts it in my hand more so than anything else.
Right. Okay.
What about you, Derrick?
I mean, I don't feel that I worked as hard as I could have because I always had ability to jump, you know, athletic ability, and I coasted. Instead of putting in the extra work, I wish I would tell myself, you got to work a little bit harder than everybody else. But I was already at that level, and then it didn't catch up with me until I got to, I would say, until to playing professionally.
Right.
Even in college, I was still athletic. You know, I could jump, I could run, but it didn't really catch up to me until, you know, getting older. Like, man, if I had put in that work in the summertime.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
think that's where. Yeah.
That's it.
I think that's where I went wrong, man. That off season.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, excuse me, but I gotta go drop my kids off at the pool, so I had to get off.
Okay. All right.
You know that's cool. No, I ate something, man. I ate something.
I caught, man.
We're about to get off anyway, man. I want to thank y'all for
Derrick
coming
and Cedric,
tonight,
it's a pleasure meeting y'all, man. But look,
Yeah,
I got to
man.
drop my kids off the pool. I ain't lying.
I know that. I want to thank y'all for coming tonight, man. I really appreciate it, man. So I'm
thanks for having us, Mike.
have y'all on again. All right.
I appreciate
All right,
you, Mike. I appreciate you, brothers, man. Anytime. All right,
Derrick and
All right, take care, fellas.
all right, brother. Talk to
Take
you.
All right.
All right, take care.
That's a wrap on this episode of The Michael Graham Show. Big thanks to our guests, and bigger thanks to you for listening. If it hit home, share it. If it made you think, talk about it. Because change starts with conversation. Catch Michael next time. Same truth, same energy, same mission. Till then, stay loud, stay real, and stay connected.